Peace. Once again, coming at you guys with another video. This time this video is how to budget and plan for the life you want. Now this is a continuation from my previous video of how to put together a personal budget and save money. But this is dealing with the life you want. Or the life, it's just an example. This doesn't necessarily have to be the life you want. But for your life and the steps you should take in order to be able to execute for the life you want financially. Alright? Now, first thing we can get into, this is a list. I just put together some stuff, make it some nice extravagant, well, not super extravagant, but nice comfortable financial life. Now, over here I put down, in this life we're going to have $10,000 mortgage. Nice big house. We're going to be paying $10,000 for a mortgage. So when I put the prices down, I put them in monthly and yearly for you guys, so you guys can be able to visualize what I'm saying with the numbers. So we got a mortgage that we're paying $10,000 a month for a nice big house, nice pool, all that good stuff. So it's $10,000 a month for the mortgage. Now we're gonna set aside for our personal savings, or retirement if you want, another $10,000 a month, right? Now we gotta send the kids to school. We want to send them to a good school, So, or this could be college as well. It could be college, or it can be, elementary or middle school, whatever. Paying $25,100 a month, right? So right now we got $120,000 a year for the mortgage, another $120,000 for our personal savings for the year, another $30,000 for school. So you get a monthly breakdown for the payments, right? And now, you want to look nice when you drive, when you pull up, you want to look nice. So we're going to get ourselves a nice little Bentley here. So, Bentley's $2,600 for the month, another $31,200. But you want to look, weekend come, you want to pull out the car, hit the city and, really do your thing. So, we get the Wraith, we get the Rolls Royce Wraith. I like the Wraith. Wraith is nice. $3,000 a month for that. That's another $36,000 for the year. So now you got another $10,000. This can be for your investment money, right? Because you got personal savings here, or if you're going to be a retiree, it's going to be retiree and no investment, right? So this $10,000 every month we're going to put out towards investment or whatever you like, or retirement. That's another $120 for the year. Now, you like to travel, right? So you don't want to spend your whole time cooped up in the city. Things get stressful. So you want to travel. We want to travel comfortably and to wherever we want. So we're gonna set aside $20,000 a year for travel. $1,600 a month. Now we can't forget about our people. Our people need opportunities, extended to them. So we're gonna put together another $60,000, $5,000 a month to help, our people in providing opportunities, whether it be scholarship for kids going to college, for a football team, basketball team, whatever you want to buy, school clothes, textbooks, whatever, you want to, for job training, for trades and mechanic, construction trade, whatever it may be, I don't care, whatever it is that you see a cause for, put that into that slot. That's your choice. Now, when we drive in the Wraith, you don't want to be driving a Wraith. There's a lot of traffic in the city. You just want to sit back with your lady and enjoy the view. Or you with your kids, with your family, enjoy the view. Or you out with the fellas. Or ladies, you out with your homegirls. So we got to get a driver. So we're going to pay another $4,100, a little over $4,100 for the driver. So that comes out to another $50,000 for the year for the driver. Plus, you might want to get away. You got stuff to do, stuff like that. So, you need help. So we're going to get a nanny in this, right? Or a maid, whichever. You can have a maid, a nanny, whichever you want. You're going to get paid a nanny another $48,000 a year. It's $4,000 a month. Now, this particular lifestyle will cost you $855,200 a year, less than $1 million, right? So this comes out to about about 84,000, closer to $84,000 a month. Now some of you might be like, wow, man, that's a lot of money, da da da. Maybe, depends how you're looking at things. There's companies who make $84,000 a minute. So it all depends, you know. What it's not. It sounds like a lot when you compare it to where you're at. But these companies who made, and families who make this kind of money, because you have lawyers who make this money, investors who make this money. There's different people who make this kind of money, right? CEOs who make way more than this. It's the CEO of Nike is worth more than Jordan, you know. But now, like I said, it goes back to your mindset and what you're looking at, what you're getting towards. Because $84,000 a month sounds like a lot. It is a lot. It's a lot, but it's doable. It's when you don't have a plan and you lack the knowledge base. That's when it appears to be such a great feat. Like, how do we do this, right? But when you have the knowledge base, it's easy for you to strategize, to put together how you're going to do this. Now, we're going to get into, I just want to show you, typically when it comes to making money, investing and stuff, you have about 4 vehicles that you can drive to make money, right? And they typically come in, you have real estate, right? You have residential real estate. Residential real estate is 1 to 4 family homes, right? So you have, I'm gonna just put this up here. Residential real estate. You have commercial real estate. Now, commercial is obviously above 4 and up. You know, a mall. You know, you look at apartment buildings. You know, warehouses. These are all, you know, office buildings. These are all commercial real estate properties, right? So RE is real estate, residential. RE, real estate, commercial. Also, then you have business. So we're gonna put business down here. My bad on the handwriting. It's an awkward position to be right. You have business. Then you have stocks, bonds, you know, financial instruments. So now, these are 4 vehicles that you can drive to get to the goal that we want, right? Now, in this particular, let's say residential real estate, there's several ways you can make money residential. There's buy and flip, which is when you buy the property and you flip the property. You buy, you know, sometimes they need repairs, sometimes they don't. But, you know, it depends. That's buy and flip. Then you got buy and hold, which this is, you know, often a rent play. When you're renting, you're buying the property for the purposes of getting rent. Then you have wholesaling real estate. This is typically when you're selling your contractual rights. So I'll give you a quick example. If I found a property that, let's say there was a motivated seller that was selling it for $300, but the property is worth, let's say, $400, right? So I get into the deal, we accept, we negotiate, let's say $300,000. They're looking to sell the property to me for. Get in contract with the seller. I can sell my contractual rights. I can sell this contract to an end buyer. So this is typically when you have investors lined up, you know, stuff like that. You sell the contract. So if it's, let's say I wanted to sell it for $350, or $325, let's say, because the investor's putting up the money, he has a higher risk. So let's say I sell it for $325. He gets the property with $75,000 equity. I walk away with $25,000 cash without putting up no cash, no credit, just for being able to find a property and negotiate the deal and set it up where the motivated seller got what they wanted, the end buyer got what he wanted, and I walked away with $25,000, which is what I wanted. That's one way, right? Now you have commercial real estate, right? Well, there's other ways in residential real estate as well, because there's benefits. You have equities, tax breaks. It's other things that generate money for you in that field, but I'm just touching the base on. In commercial real estate, we have apartment buildings. You have, like I said, warehouses. And you have apartment buildings, office buildings, and in commercial, I'm gonna misspell this crazy. All right. And there's other things as well. And commercial real estate is a lot easier to generate money than in residential real estate. You're in commercial, you're dealing with property that typically can generate a lot of money. Like if you're looking at the New York skyline in Manhattan, for example, all of those huge office buildings, that is all commercial property. And every one of those floors, every one of those tenants is paying up. So there's even in apartment complexes, it's the same thing. Apartment buildings, apartment complex. Where else? Now some of you guys have been thinking, I don't know that. I don't know this, I don't know that. See, the thing about investing is you don't have to be a master of all of these. Of all these different things. You have to be smart enough to understand you can choose a lane and master the lane. You can look to master all four, or you can align yourself with people who have the knowledge if you don't have the knowledge. But you do have to learn about investing because you have to understand how you're using your money and what you want back from your money. Because if you don't, you can't just be blindly giving people money because you can't tell who knows what. But let me just get further into, let's say you have, in businesses you have franchises that you can get into. You can, if you have online business or brick and mortar, storefronts. Let me just write it. Yeah, my handwriting look crazy right now. And then you got stocks and bonds, financial instruments. You got cryptocurrencies that you can invest in. See, the thing is, in order to execute the dream life that we just went over, to cover those finances, you have to have a plan. And if you lack the knowledge, you can't put together a plan. You can't give what you don't have. So your first order of operation is to get the knowledge, seek that knowledge, get the knowledge, or get with the people who do, through whether it be mentorship, whether it be YouTube, you're studying, research in the library, Google, whatever it may be. You can go to your local store owners, whether it be a barber, a grocery store, whoever, and tell them you want to learn business. You may have to sit there and give them a few hours a week for free. Well, not for free, but unpaid. But they're giving you this information and teaching you how to fish. Instead of you sitting here waiting for somebody to give you a fish. You're learning how to fish. And that skill can feed you forever and feed your family and feed whoever you put on. So sometimes the payout doesn't necessarily have to be monetarily, and the payout not being monetarily but teaching you this is a lot greater than them paying you hourly or salary or whatever. Now, I'm not saying you have to give them 40 hours a week for free. Whatever time is suffice for you, but you can't just solely depend on that one person. You got to put the work in. This is your dream life, So whatever it may be, any one of these particular vehicles, let's say you have your online business. I'll give you an example for people who are self-employed, right? this I'm gonna put self-employed right here, right? So let's say you're a personal trainer, right? Now, let's say you're a personal trainer. Now, or any self-employed person, but we're going to use a personal trainer in this particular example. Now, if you're a personal trainer, right, you make your money within a certain time frame. So, there's a limited amount of hours in a day for you to make your money. So your problem is, if your bills are outrunning your money, you have a problem. What you have to be able to do is create more revenue streams. So what I would do if I was a personal trainer, besides selling my personal training, packages and group instructor packages, if you don't do groups, add that on, and the meal plans, and the merch, I would write a book. I would sit there, I would give lectures. In the beginning, you may not get paid for this, but you lecturing and you speaking about health and fitness is, as you're doing it for free, number one, you're branding yourself, you're promoting yourself. They're able to sample the work. They're sampling the product, which is you. They're checking you out. You're validating yourself to them based on your knowledge base. Because if you're training people all day, you have to have some level of knowledge over that period of time. So now all of this stuff is all traffic that you can obviously set up a website, and through your social media and through all these mediums, you drive them to your website. Even after lectures, when you're speaking, you can sell your book. That's your book. They can sell it. They can download it. You can do a health and fitness podcast. You can do a health and fitness YouTube channel. I'm looking at my phone. That's why I pointed out. But a YouTube channel. So it's on you to sit here and come up with these different outlets, because it's not about working harder. It's about working smarter. You can work harder once you figure out the game plan, because you started to work smarter. You started to structure things where, like, hold up, this hamster wheel ain't cutting it. I got to get off this hamster wheel. Otherwise, I'm playing myself. I can't get what I want. I'm chasing a dream that's not attainable while you're on that hamster wheel. You have to get off and have to make things happen for you. You got to learn how to fish and feed yourself, because I'm not knocking a job. If you want to work, that's fine. However, if the certain amenity, even if you're not materialistic, which I'm not a materialistic person either. However, if those amenities are not important to you, it is still good to own a roof over your head and be able to be financially comfortable for whatever happens, and to be in a financial position where you can help the younger generation, being your kids, your grandkids, or whoever else you want to help financially. Have them when it's time for them to step into the game, that they come into the situation not with the deck stacked against them, like you might have had it, but now they have resources that you wish you had, but we were able to provide it for them. And that is where you start to build family wealth and legacy.